Hi, hello there. This is my first time I'm making a video without like writing or reading a script. So it's just gonna be like a bit more like a ramble. If I'm gonna ramble like a lot in this video. So normally I don't do this, but cause normally, how do I say this? So while I was working on my So while I was working on the videos for Sonic 2 and Fates the Night and Mega Man and stuff, which they are coming out, I'm just really lazy, but I just needed to do this. So while I take a break from making those videos, and by that I procrastinate, I don't get any of that done, I decide to just watch some shows I haven't watched some shows or obviously, I do that a lot. I have a Twitter where I categorize and I keep record of all the things I played and watched this year. You can check that out. I do have a Twitter, by the way. But right now, there was this one anime that I wanted to watch, and let me introduce you. So, uh, this anime is called Elfen Lied, I think. That's what it's called. Yeah. It was this it was this anime from the 2000s that was, how do I explain this? Really edgy and I don't know. I found it interesting. I was introduced to it by by Death Battle of all things, because the main character was on one of those videos, and I thought it was interesting. And eventually, years later, now I finally decided to, you know what? I'll watch it. I'll watch it. It's only 13 episodes. It's short, right? This changed me. Oh my god. It was fucking awful. I I'm stunned, really. I've seen worse. I've definitely seen worse this year. But I haven't seen something so terrible, honestly. I took notes. I never do that when I'm playing or watching. When I'm just regularly just going through something to watch it for the sake of it. I don't do that. It's how I just want to go over some of the notes I took while watching through this. Man. The first thing is the male MC. I forgot his name. I don't care. I don't care to look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. But the male main character guy, he sucks. He has no personality, and he's so boring, and he just like I will admit he is funny. He's just so clueless all the time. He's not interesting at all. But again, he is very funny because of the dub. I watched it dubbed. The dub is really bad. It is awful. But it made it 100 way more funny, way funnier than I thought than it meant to be. Also, there's also this thing that really bugged me about the show as well. So the animation isn't great. It's not. I don't really like to criticize the animation that much because animation in general. But the facial expressions of these characters, they barely emote except for Lucy. But that's one character out of 20. Yeah, all these characters feel so lifeless. I guess the dub doesn't help with that because again, the dub is really bad. But oh, and when it comes to all the characters, they're all just stupid. They're all very stupid characters. They all make the dumbest decisions. And and oh, the worst one of them all is Kota? Is that her name? Yeah, I think that's her name. I hope I said that right. I don't care. She's the the main character's cousin. And oh my god. She has throughout the show, she's in love with the main guy. And I just told they're cousins. The cousins. So first of all, obviously that's wrong. The show doesn't oh, the worst part, they mention it once when she's first introduced, and that's it. If she didn't say that she was his cousin, I mean, it still wouldn't have been good because she sucks. She's annoying. She constantly like abuses the guy, and like it is so annoying. Like it constantly hits him too, and it's funny because it comes out of nowhere, but like still, I hate her. She was like the worst part of the show, and she was awful. Ugh. The entire show just feels disgusting. Like a lot of the female characters like get naked a lot, and I mind you, a lot of them are very young, and yeah, like 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 they don't have any shame for this. Like Jesus. And about the show being disgusting, oh man, the show, man, I don't. The show is violent, very violent. It's very bloody, very gory, and like I'm fine with that. I play Mortal Kombat. When it comes to the gore and the blood and stuff, I've seen worse. I've seen like way worse. Like this is honestly kind of tame from what I've seen, but like it's I don't like to say this about like a lot of media, but it's edgy. This anime is edgy, like very edgy, and that merely comes down to like its tone and the violence, and like it feels like it's because like people die constantly in this show, and I just don't care. It just when it's constantly happening and it doesn't feel like there's a point to the violence really when it comes to the show. And I mean I guess there's a point I'll talk about like in a bit, but like when it comes to like its edginess, this show is trying to shock the viewer as much as possible, especially with all the characters' backstories. Every single character has this sad backstory that makes you it's like supposed to be like is supposed to make you feel bad for like the character, right? There's this one girl and like she was so she ran away like from home and stuff because she was like abused. I won't say like abused, and like it was further than that, but like that's all I'll say. And that's never brought up again. She's just after they like help her, like they just bring her, like the main character just brings that little girl into his house, and like, she just lives with them, and that like heavy stuff they dropped on you, it's just completely forgotten. That backstory completely gone. And like they try to like make all these backstories like so like awful for these characters, and it just I don't know, it just doesn't work. None of the characters are good or interesting. Like oh, but Lucy, this is where the big problem starts. So Lucy is the main character of the show. Okay, how do I go through this? The Declonius, I think that's how you say it. The Declonius are like a species, like a mutant species, from that derived from humans. They have these like little horns on their head and stuff, and like at first I was like, oh, interesting, you know. So like, what's the problem, right? So apparently, they grow like these invisible arms from them, and like they're very dangerous, and that's where all the gore and blood comes up. A lot of children die in this show. Oh man. But Lucy, right? Lucy, she could have been an interesting character. I like morally dubious. That's how you say it. Like morally like fucked up characters who you still want to root for, right? And honestly, I don't know what they're trying to do here with Lucy. I don't know if the show wants you to like sympathize with her, or see her as like an evil character, because she kills like a lot of people, a lot of people who don't deserve all the stuff she's done. But at the same time, they give her this like really messed up backstory. Like there was this one part where she was like being bullied by these kids, right? And they find this dog that she was like hanging out with and she liked, right? And they hold her like they hold her back. So one of the kids grabs a vase and just beats the dog to death. And it's like, listen, kids are assholes, but like this is too much. It's like way too much. And almost every person that isn't like a named character or like isn't important, it's just awful. Like, like there's this one scene where like she's in a crowd of people, and like like someone just bumps into her and she falls. Like, and the guy's like, oh, what the hell are you doing? Like, someone calls her like drugged up and stuff, and it's just awful. And it's like, I mean, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Like, I guess I'm supposed to feel bad for her, but like, here's where the worst part comes in. So like the Diclonius, right? This like mutant species, right? Apparently there's something like in their heads that make them like want to just kill people. Like that's in their nature of these species. And Lucy, apparently she's like the queen of them. And it's like the show tells you multiple times that like the Diclonius are like objectively evil creatures and want to like kill humans. There is one Diclonius that doesn't want to kill humans, but I think that's because she was tortured for like, I think she's like 13, I think, for like her entire life she was just tortured. So like she was like, so, and that's one out of literally, we only see like 5, and only 3 of them are actual characters. But like, still, so like I don't get the point of like wanting to like try to make you like sympathize with Lucy when like objectively she needs to die. She's an awful evil. It's, man. And it's like the concept of this show is interesting. I like it. And it's like the worst, oh man. The worst part is there are some really good scenes too. Like there are some really like, and I don't mean like they're not great, but they're good scenes that it like the over like invested me into the show. The music of the show is really good. I really like the background tracks. They're not like very like, I'm more into like fast paced music, you know, and like and all that, but like the music like helps sets the tone and the atmosphere of the show like really well, and I do like that. Oh man, but the worst part is, no, not the worst part. This entire show sucks. It's all ass. It's all fucking stupid. It's all shitty. The worst part is the finale is awful. The finale sucks. It is. It just ends. The show just ends. Like Lucy, quote unquote, dies off screen, and it just ends. Like there's no like the main villain. It just there's like a plot twist for like the main villain, and it's just never brought up again. Like half of these characters. Oh, that's another thing. Half of the cast at points just like disappear. Like they never show up again. There's this like army guy who's really funny. He's probably my favorite character, but he just shows up, does some stupid stuff, does like really stupid things. It's about Lucy's about to kill her like near the end. Lucy's about to kill him by the end, and then she doesn't. And then like he disappears for that because it's the last episode. You know, just that's another thing as well about it. The show is weirdly paced. Really, every like episode's like 24 episodes long, right? But it feels like it wants to like speed run this. And I heard the manga has a different ending. It's one of those where like they changed the ending of the compared to the anime. And from what I've seen from the manga, it does look interesting. I kind of want to read the manga now. I know it's not going to be good. I saw the art of the manga. It looks bad. But I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me, I guess. I don't know what's my problem with liking bad stuff. I had this problem with like Ruby where like I like looking at bad pieces of media and like, this could have been better. This could have been good, you know. It's same thing with Elfen Lied. I think I'm saying it right. But man. No, I mean that's all I wanted to talk about, I guess, for this. Eventually, I do want to start covering like TV shows and anime on the channel. Eventually, just that man, this stuff is so. This one was easy to talk about because like it's so vivid in my head, but like yeah. Oh, speaking of updates for the channel, I Sonic 2. The Sonic 2 video is coming at some point, probably next month, and for the Fate Stay Night and Mega Man videos, those two are not not coming for a while. I did not realize how much of a huge task it would be to cover a visual novel. You know, a 20-hour long, the one route of a visual novel, which is 20 hours long, way bigger than like a 1.5 hour movie. You know, Evil Dead. Like that one was sure it took me a few months, but like that was easy to like summarize. Oh, speaking of which, Evil Dead 2. I will make a video on that one. Hopefully, I can make it and get it done by October. Don't trust my word on that. Again, I'm a very lazy person, so I so there's a chance it won't come out on October. But just know that Sonic 2 probably in July, and Evil Dead 2 probably in October. And Fate Stay Night and Mega Man videos are also being worked on. And again, I have a Twitter, so if you want to see what other things I've been watching, playing, or reading, I have a thread that like goes through all the stuff I've watched and all the stuff I've seen this year. Also, yep, and that's basically it. Honestly, I might want to do more stuff on this. Like, if I want to, like, if it's like interesting enough. Well, anyways, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.